course, all the examples I'm giving here are completely wrong. The problem is that I am making broad, generalized statements about a whole class of people or things which obviously do not apply to every individual person or thing in that class. You can call these labels, but another more accurate term would be generalities. In the list of logical fallacies, this is called faulty generalization and is a form of jumping to conclusions. Identifying a broad class of people with a label is obviously necessary for purposes of classification or census or statistics. It's extremely helpful for medical personnel to know how many people have type AB blood in a given area. A medical census could quickly establish this, and you could have a broad category of AB blood types. It's also helpful to know how many people consider themselves Christians or Mormons or Hare Krishnas when one is seeking to get demographics information for a population sample. This information has certain practical uses in PR and marketing, for example. It becomes problematic when a broad label, a generality, is applied to individuals or groups as a substitute for thinking or a reason to be intolerant. Generalities are very dangerous to thinking because they're actually thought-stopping. When someone uses a generality to identify someone, they no longer have to think about that person. In fact, the generality serves as its own sort of mental image or picture of the person. So you get this odd phenomenon of people not arguing with the person in front of them and dealing with their ideas and beliefs, but instead arguing with some kind of false generalized mental creation of a liberal or a Christian or a bigot instead. This is the basis of almost all prejudice, which by its very nature is faulty logic. Truth is a specific thing. Joe Jones is a specific individual with his own set of ideas, conclusions, and beliefs. You can't argue with Joe Jones by labeling him as a liberal and then coming down on him for every single thing any liberal has ever said to you. It might feel good to vent against Joe Jones, but you certainly won't be changing his mind by telling him that he thinks and feels things that he doesn't.